Welcome back to Motor Authority Philippines, where we break down the most important tools and tech that help shape the strength and future of our national defense. Today, we're diving into a small but deadly piece of precision weaponry, the Sidewinder missile. This short-range air-to-air missile, formerly known as the AIM-9, has long been a key player in modern aerial combat. But what does it mean for the Philippines in 2026? Let's take a closer look. By now, most of us are familiar with the term Sidewinder. It's been in service with many of the world's top air forces for decades. But what's truly significant is how this American-made missile has become part of the evolving arsenal of the Philippine Air Force. The AIM-9 Sidewinder is more than just a projectile, it's a strategic equalizer, giving even smaller air forces the ability to counter advanced threats in tight, close-range dogfights. In 2026, the Philippine military's modernization program is no longer just a goal, it's becoming a reality. We've already seen the acquisition of F-50 fighter jets from South Korea, and we're slowly building a more credible air defense. The integration of the AIM-9 Sidewinder is one of those key moves that speaks volumes. This isn't just about buying a missile, it's about aligning with global standards and ensuring our air assets are ready to engage and survive in a modern conflict environment. So, what exactly is the AIM-9 Sidewinder, and why does it matter? The AIM-9 is a short-range, infrared-guided air-to-air missile. That means it locks onto the heat signatures of enemy aircraft, usually from their engines, and chases them down with high speed and deadly accuracy. The missile is often called a fire-and-forget weapon. Once launched, it doesn't require the pilot to guide it or maintain a radar lock. That gives the launching aircraft the freedom to maneuver, escape, or engage other targets. Let's talk performance. The Sidewinder can reach speeds of up to Mach 2.5a, that's over 3,000 km per hour. It has an effective range of around 18 to 35 km depending on the variant, and it uses a high explosive warhead with proximity and impact fuses. This gives it a good chance of disabling or destroying enemy aircraft, even with a near miss. Now, here's where it gets really relevant. The Philippine Air Force currently deploys the FA-50PH, a light combat aircraft that already has provisions to carry the Sidewinder. This pairing makes perfect sense. The FA-50 is nimble, fast, and already proving its worth in patrol missions, training, and air policing operations. Adding the Sidewinder into that mix transforms it into a genuine air combat platform. It's like handing a trained boxer a sharp blade. Here suddenly the fight isn't just about strength, but lethality. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time the Philippines has operated the AIM-9. Even during the days of the F-5 Freedom Fighter, Sidewinders were part of the loadout. But what's changed is the version and capability. We're not talking about vintage variants anymore. The newer AIM-9 LS and even the AIM-9 Mazor X variants offer all-aspect targeting, improved guidance systems, better countermeasure resistance, and more agility. That makes them viable even in a battlefield saturated with electronic warfare and flares. Another big plus? Interoperability. By using NATO standard weapons like the Sidewinder, the Philippines becomes more integrated with its defense allies. This is a huge deal, especially with increased joint training exercises with the United States, Australia, Japan, and other regional partners. When your systems are compatible, training and operations become smoother. If the need ever arises for coalition defense, interoperability can make or break response times and mission success. Let's take a second to reflect on the strategic impact. We know that tensions in the West Philippine Sea are ongoing. Patrols and aerial intercepts are increasingly frequent, and the skies over contested waters are getting crowded. In that kind of environment, having an air-to-air missile like the Sidewinder is a game changer. It sends a message: our pilots are not flying defenseless. If provoked or threatened, we have the capability to respond, quickly and decisively. Some might ask, is the Sidewinder enough? And the answer is so. It's a good start. In modern warfare, there's no silver bullet. The Sidewinder is only one piece of a much larger puzzle that includes early warning systems, radars, mid-range missiles, and of course, pilot training. But for close-range encounters, dogfights, interceptions, and visual range skirmishes, the Sidewinder remains king. Its simplicity, reliability, and proven kill history make it a weapon of choice, even for advanced air forces. Let's also not forget its psychological value. When potential adversaries know you have the capacity to strike back, it changes their behavior. It introduces caution. It makes them think twice. That deterrent effect is sometimes more valuable than the missile itself. And in 2026, as we deal with new threats, drones, 5th generation fighters, and electronic warfare, the basics still matter. The Sidewinder is a timeless reminder that sometimes, close-range dominance is all it takes to tip the balance. Of course, we can't discuss missiles without addressing cost and maintenance. The Sidewinder is known for being relatively affordable and easy to maintain, especially compared to longer-range systems. For a country like the Philippines, with a limited defense budget, that's a huge plus. You don't just want a powerful missile, you want one you can actually afford to stock, maintain, and train with consistently. That's where the AIM-9 really delivers. In the years ahead, there's also potential to upgrade to even more advanced variants like the AIM-9X, which features thrust vectoring, better seekers, and the ability to engage targets behind the launching aircraft using helmet-mounted sights. Whether we get there or not depends on both budget and defense priorities. But the fact that we're already operating modern Sidewinders in 2026 is a strong sign that the Philippine Air Force is heading in the right direction. To sum it all up, the AIM-9 Sidewinder is fast, agile, battle-tested, and deadly. For the Philippine Air Force, it represents not just a missile, but a leap forward in deterrence and self-reliance. It's a small weapon with a big message: we are not defenseless, and we are ready to protect our skies. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Sidewinder and its role in the Philippines' defense strategy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We've got more videos coming soon about air assets, ground vehicles, naval power, and everything in between, only here on Motor Authority Philippines. Thanks for watching, and stay sharp.